Welcome back to From the Source podcast. This is episode 21, and today we're talking about bodyweight workouts. So, really touching on calisthenics, and basically, we're going to discuss our workouts, bodyweight workouts. Are they enough to incorporate into your training? Can you get fit? Can you build muscle purely by bodyweight? So, the first question is: have you tried bodyweight, like solely bodyweight exercise before?
No, I probably wouldn't. I've not done like a full workout. I don't think. Probably have done, haven't we? I don't do many of them. Maybe I do like air squats and stuff. Part of it.
When you've done it, has it been hard?
Yeah, it's harder than what you think. It's very, very weird. If you do like say 200 air squats, what's that workout? Is it Cindy?
Murph is when you do
Murph. Yeah, Obviously you do them with do them with the vest on, but obviously people do it without them, and you think like, 300 air squats with nothing on your back, that won't be too bad.
And then it's
but your legs just they blow up.
I think bodyweight, if you're doing 300 squats, it's gonna tire you out, but I think the volume's got to be high.
Yeah, because it's got to be. I mean, I used to see how many press ups I could do before the shower warmed up when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
It was really sad, innit?
What did you get to?
Like 20, like quick 20. Yeah, you just bang them out, get a little pump on, get in the shower. I don't even know why I brought that up, but
Flex in the shower.
Yeah, to no one. Yeah. But no, the body weights exercises are very. They sneak up on you. Like, if you just did like press ups, air squats, and sit ups.
Yeah.
Did a quick interval sprint or run in between. Like, you would notice that.
Yeah. I did calisthenics for a bit. I've touched on it before, but when I was doing that, it was pull-ups, handstands, like all the advanced movement, So that was tough, but it was probably more so your core. And I think I never got really bad DOMs or like soreness or, tight anything. It was just hard to actually master the movements, especially handstands. But you do build muscle, you do build muscle from doing body weight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of core though, isn't it? I think that's probably one of the muscles people mainly. Is there something in your eyes?
Yeah, it's the glaring in my eye.
The core's one of the main ones that people usually ignore, to be honest. Apart from lads that want to get abs for Ibiza, that's not what I mean in terms of actually focusing on getting a solid core.
Yeah.
Proper exercises. And just doing that without weight, and say you're just doing like 300 sit-ups, you're cramping up.
Oh yeah, and the volume's there, so if you're doing body weight, but you're gonna do, I'm just gonna do a couple of push-ups and a couple of pull-ups, that's not really it. I think you've got to do like high volume sets, like 300 sit-ups or 100 pull-ups. It's not just like, I'll just do 3 sets of 5. It's like you've got to get that high volume and that intensity in order for it to be beneficial.
Yeah.
But a pull-up is maybe different a bit. Like a pull-up, you could just do like a few reps of pull-up, and if that's all you can do, you've maxed out,
Yeah, pull-up's probably a hard movement, like an actual proper pull-up. Because most people do like underarm, don't they? And their arms are really close.
Yeah.
You want to do like a really wide one that hits your lats and stuff. That's a proper one.
I'm trying to look at you as the sun is like the glare in. It's just a reflection.
What, head here?
Yeah, you go there. Here's one then. So, body weight is obviously relative to each person. But what if you are either super heavy or super light? Let's say you're just starting in the gym, there's nothing on you, and then you're going to go and do like, I don't know, loads of bodyweight squats and pull-ups. But is it relative, is what I'm trying to say?
I think to a point it probably is relative. But if you're that heavy guy, maybe them squats and those pull-ups are going to get hard real quick, especially a pull-up. Like, I mean, if you're 100 kilos plus and you're hanging from a bar, like are your arms strong enough to? Yeah,
Yeah.
right. I was getting a crooked neck. I think that'd be hard to do. Whereas like maybe for the lighter guy doing a pull up, it might be easier because there's less weight to pull, but it still is relative to his arm strength.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought about this before about people in the gym, and like if someone's really muscly in the gym, so they're lifting a lot more weight than I would be if we were doing pull ups, for example. But then
I think you would move if
is
I,
it relative? Because
I think it is relative because there would become a point where you would probably both tire around the same point, but the lighter guy would just move. It would look better. He would move quicker.
yeah,
You might still both get to 10 reps and fail, but the light guy might just nail them out.
yeah. Because if you think about it as a weight, so say you're doing a pull up, let's say someone's 80 kgs and someone's 100 kgs in weight. If you were going to pull that weight, it'd be harder to pull 100 kilograms. But would it be harder if you were 100 kilograms? You know what I mean? It would be.
No, I don't think
It's
so.
all relative.
Yeah,
I think,
because
so.
you'd have, say a sled pull, you would pull 100, but you'd have 100 kilos pulling it
Yeah,
of your body
weight,
weight to lean on it
gravity,
as well. Yeah.
So
Whereas if you're 80 pulling 100, then you'd notice it. I think.
yeah. It's interesting. I think you're right though about aesthetically and looking at someone doing the body weight movements. It always looks better when you're leaner, lighter, because you can kind of doing pull ups and stuff. It's quite easy when the lighter you are, as long as you've got the muscle. So like I could probably do way more pull ups than someone who was 100 kgs, just because I've got enough muscle to lift my own body weight, but I'm lighter, so I could rep more out. But then,
because like a skinny guy compared to a fat guy doing a sit up is going to be harder because of just like stomach mass, isn't it? It's harder to curl, isn't it? It's harder to bend.
to get up.
Yeah, you've got, I think, all that torso weight that's like going to push you back down. You're fighting against it to sit up. Whereas if you're super light, there's less resistance.
Yeah.
Still relative.
And I think you maybe like squats, you'd probably get tired quicker because you're squatting more weight than the other person. But then stuff like handstands, like if you were doing body weight movements and you were going to do handstand push-ups, it's just a lot easier when you've got nothing on you.
Yeah.
Just like push.
But it still is relative to body.
Yeah, it is. It's a weird one, isn't it? Because I think it's relative when you've got. I'm just trying to think. Like, obviously, I'm thinking about like girls doing pull-ups, and a lot of girls in the world can't do pull-ups at all. But then you could say, oh well, it's relative. Like, if you are lighter, you should be able to do. Well, everyone should be able to lift their own body weight, but then girls can't really do it, can they?
Isn't that not genetics? Because naturally, girls are
They wouldn't
like
have muscly backs, would they?
yeah. It's more like men historically are the bigger gender, so they we're used to moving more stuff with our upper body, so you're naturally stronger than a woman.
Yeah, and you're predominantly stronger arms and back.
Yeah.
And that's what a pull-up is. Maybe that's why girls can't, most girls, or some girls will be like, I can't. But like, majority of girls can't do a pull-up.
Yeah, initially, like, I don't want to say I guarantee, but like an untrained male and an untrained female doing a pull-up, I bet the man could do a pull-up.
Yeah.
Or even get closer to the bar than the female.
Some of my mates don't go gym, and they could probably do one of them pull-ups where you like jump and then you pull your chair over one.
Yeah, or a press up.
Yeah, like so a lot of girls struggle to do a press up without going on the knees
because it's chest strength, isn't it?
It's chest strength, which again girls don't really have usually.
But probably an air squat and a sit up, probably the girl would be better. Because girls will have a stronger core.
They'd be able to go for longer, like wall sits and lunges and stuff like that. I reckon girls would excel there because they've got the muscles, they've got the legs and the glutes and the, I don't know, like hip movement and stuff.
Which will be genetics probably for like
Yeah,
kids and that lot.
it is genetics. It's, if you're a girl and you can do a pull up, you're like the top 1% in the world.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a guy and you can do a pull up, you're in the 90% of guys that can do a pull up.
It's probably more shocking if a guy couldn't do a pull up, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that would be pretty shocking. There'll be some guys
Like,
that
there'll be
can't.
guys out there, yeah.
But you should be able to lift your own body weight as a man. You should be able to lift your own body weight because you should be ready for worst case scenario. Like you're on a bridge and you need to pull yourself up.
So lift your body weight in terms of like those simple body weight exercises, you mean?
I'd say pull up. You should be able to pull up your body weight onto a bar. Like I'd say yeah. Do you know what I'd say? As a man, as a fully functional man, let's say you've got no disability or anything like that, you should aim to be able to squat, bench, and pull up your own body weight. And when it gets to the squat and the bench, like, should be doing that quite easy.
What you reckon someone?
I think.
I think you'd find it quite surprising how many people couldn't bench their body weight.
Oh yeah, I'm saying you should.
Yeah.
In my opinion, you should be able to, as a man. Like I think your body weight should be liftable, or benchable or squattable. Just made up them 3 words then, haven't I?
A bull.
But yeah, you're right. A lot of people wouldn't be able to bench their own body weight.
Because that'd be. Yeah, I'm just thinking if you bench yourself, it's quite a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised how many people couldn't. Well, I wouldn't be surprised actually how many people couldn't do that.
It's a good marker. I think there's actually a saying where if you can squat a certain amount of your body weight, it's like bench your body weight, squat your body weight times a half, and deadlift double your body weight.
Yeah.
You are in the top 1% of males in the world.
Mm.
And you think from a gym person like us who go to the gym, you're like, well, yeah, of course, like I can do that. But
it's hard.
It is hard.
It'd be harder than you think.
Yeah, it would be hard, but it's a good marker of physical fitness. Like, aim to do that. If you're a lad and you couldn't do a pull up, you should try to be able to do a pull up.
I'm just thinking about the deadlift would be.
I don't know if it was double. That's quite a lot, but maybe it was like
even like 1.5.
bench. I'm sure it's.
You got to be. I think it's bench your body weight.
Bench your body weight, and if you can squat your body weight and a half, which would be.
Could you? Well, can you do it?
I'm only about like 80 kgs.
Right, so 120.
I could.
Could you squat
I
120?
could do that, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
could you bench? Well, you bench 80
I
kilos.
could bench that easy.
Big man. Fucking hell. The next episode's just gonna be you benching. Welcome back. Yeah, he's just benching. Leave him to it.
My my deadlift, that would be tough.
A double, a 160.
160, that'd be tough. I think I'd be pushing it there.
What's that?
I reckon I'd get it.
Is that 3 plates?
I'd get it if someone was filming it.
60, 120, no 140.
Yeah, it's 3 plates.
No, it's three plates and a 10 each side.
I might try it this week.
Deadlifts fuck me up.
Yeah.
They're deceptive how much they hurt afterwards. Like a day afterwards, I don't know it. I just feel it more. I'm fine at the time. I can just push
just get
1 rep max, and then a day after, I'm like, wow.
Yeah. I think that's the cool thing about bodyweight is you could go really, really hard on a bodyweight circuit, and then the next day you might be a bit sore, but you wouldn't be as sore as if you'd have done like heavy deadlifts or heavy squat. You can get soreness from doing bodyweight, but I think a lot of the time it's good to master the bodyweight movements, because at the end of the day, this is all you've got. So like this body's all you've got.
Yeah.
You can't control pretty much anything else in the world, but you can control like your own body. So doing like proper bodyweight stuff, press ups, pull ups, push ups, or handstands. It's cool to master those because you're in control of your body then.
I'm just thinking about if we should try that on a video.
Yeah, like a
I don't know.
bodyweight circuit. I've done bodyweight.
No, I mean, sorry, the
Oh yeah, we could
the
try
exercise.
It, yeah.
I want to see if I can do it now. Get some scales and just weigh ourselves.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I'm going to lose about 20 kilos now.
Yeah. I bet there's one for bodyweight. I bet there's one for like you should be able to do.
Yeah,
For your
air.
bodyweight.
Yeah,
Because like air squats, right? Everyone can do an air squat. Well, I'd say like 90% of the population could do an air squat. Might not go full depth. But then it's a case of like if you're doing 100 of them or 200 of them, that's when it starts to burn on your quads.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
the lactic acid. It's just like an uncomfortable.
You bang out a big first set and you think this is all right, and then the minute you stop and start that second set, your legs just, I can feel them expanding.
Yeah.
And then you're doing like gone from a 50 to a 20 and a 20 and a 20, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's hard. And then it makes me think, like, you know, when you're doing a squat but you've got weight on your back, like on a barbell, you're actually squatting that plus your body weight. So it's.
But you're not doing it for reps. So.
No, you're just doing it for like, more than 10.
Yeah.
It's a
lot of like weight through your body though, isn't it? Like all that weight on the bar and then your actual body weight.
Yeah.
That your spine and bones can withstand.
You look at like the Olympic lifters doing a deadlift or a squat, and they're actually squatting their own body weight plus the weight. But obviously they've got that power in the legs.
I'm just thinking about them. Do you know them Chinese powerlifters that snatch like 3 times their body weight and they weigh like 60 kilos?
Yeah.
Like how powerful
Crazy.
they must be.
Crazy technique and crazy strength.
The strength is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. It's different. If you dedicate your life to something though, like can I snatch like 60 max? So they're doing like, over triple that. Some of them way more. How? They're like lighter than me.
But it is technique, and I think that's why like doing the bodyweight stuff is really good, because you will build that solid foundation. You'll get like strong legs, a strong core, strong upper body, and I think I've said it on previous episodes. If people are coming into fitness for the first time, those are the things that you want to like nail down. You want to get strong at stuff like that, and then start adding the bars and the plates on, because you're balancing a lot of things then.
Yeah.
If you're unsteady with your core trying to do a barbell shoulder press, like that bar is going to be all over the place.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to recorrect yourself by just jigging your shoulders around, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, so true. People underestimate how important your core is. And not your core as, you've got like visible abs. It's like your core strength, like being able to balance yourself, stop yourself leaning. Like if you've got big weights on your back and you like start to lean to the right, it's your core that rectifies you. Or if you're in a squat and you start to wobble forwards or backwards, it's your core that's kind of keeping everything stable.
I'm just thinking about like running as well. Obviously, that's just a body weight movement. Without a strong core, you see those people that are like hunched over, or when the workout gets really tough, they're struggling to like, you've got to stand up straight, haven't you? You've got to keep yourself tall, opens your lungs up and everything. You ain't got that strong core.
Yeah, that's
you're
so
all
true.
over the place.
Yeah, and body weight really helps with that. So when people are doing like push-ups at home, sit-ups at home, that's really good. Do you know what? There's so many movements you can do with body weight. I think the push-ups and the sit-ups and the handstands, and they're always like the go-tos, aren't they? But there's so many things like, like the dragonfly, whatever it's called, where you kind of, your legs are up and you lower them slowly and you're like holding something.
Off a bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, an incline bench. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like if you're on a park or like a bench, you could literally just grab it and let your legs just come down.
I'm just thinking about those. I'm just thinking about mainly like the guys in America that are in prison. They come out bigger than when they went in.
Yeah.
And they don't really have, I mean, I don't really know much about prison, but they don't really have much like many gym equipment.
Yeah.
But they're doing. There's a guy I see on TikTok. He's like a Mexican guy. He does
Oh, I've seen him.
burpees.
I've seen him.
And he
He's
like
got tattoos
slide,
on a
yeah,
white
he's got a
vest.
skinhead, and he just
Yeah.
like slides on the floor, doesn't he? And he
Yeah.
kicks his
He
legs
does
up.
muscle ups. He's called Big Boy Junior or something.
Yeah,
SC Junior Big Boy or something like that.
yeah,
Probably
and
messed it up.
he just jumps down on the mats and he flips
Yeah.
back up. Like he would just do them. He calls them.
And he's pretty big, isn't he?
I don't want to say like he calls them prison press ups or so. He has a name for them though,
Yeah.
doesn't he? And he's like stocky, you know,
Big.
and he's powerful. And
You
you
do muscle ups like stripped, like
Yeah.
straight up.
and you watch him bouncing off the floor doing a burpee. Like he's got some plyometric
Oh,
power.
yeah. They call it prison body or something, don't they? Like when someone goes into prison and they come out and they've got like a prison body. So they've got like quite a lean core.
We look at Mike Tyson when he came out of prison.
Yeah.
He was
Got biceps.
he was bigger when he came out than when he went in,
Yeah.
and leaner.
Because I think you think if you've got nothing to do all day apart from I can bash out like 1,000 push-ups today. Like you could literally do like 100 every hour, you know, or
Well, if you're locked up for 23 hours of the day and you said to yourself, right, every hour I'm going to do 100 sit-ups
Yeah.
today. Every Monday I'm going to do this. Every Tuesday I'm going to do press-ups. Like you're doing that for,
I'll tell you who does it as
3
well.
years.
David Goggins does videos on it now where he'll do one pull-up every minute and he'll do it for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
You know, like one pull-up a minute. So you do one pull-up and you've got 55 seconds break. But imagine doing it for like 6 hours.
It's a ridiculous challenge, that.
Yeah. So he'll have done like
60 times, 360 pull-ups
yeah,
in 6 hours.
and his hands are all ripped, and he's really good for body weight. He loves like pull-ups, handstand push-ups, and press-ups and stuff. I think just people like that who love being in control of their own mind, love being in control of the body weight as well.
But you think of, I was maybe thinking of like gymnasts and stuff, like the lads that do the gymnastics. I mean, they'll obviously do weights as well, but they're mainly, what's the one where they're like in a crucifix on the hoops?
Yeah, and they're like that.
They're hanging and like their core.
Maybe it is called the crucifix.
Yeah, probably is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like that in itself is a bodyweight movement. Like there's no weights added to that. You have just got to tense
on the
and
rings.
hold that. Oh,
And they just extended their arms to the side
And
and
they're
then just holding the whole
so
body.
chilled, and then they squeeze their arms together and then go back up into like a somersault or
Yeah.
something. I just think, fuck, you must be so strong.
Yeah, gymnasts they're the masters of the bodyweight stuff because they know where they are as well in the midair.
Yeah,
Like if they're doing flips or rings or the parallel bars, that's cool, you know. And you've got to be strong, lean, fast, and just fit to be able to do all that. And they've got, you know, you see gymnasts, they're ripped, their body's like unreal, their core strength to be able to do stuff. You've seen like when they do a planche where it's just like a handstand,
the feet are on the floor.
but like their feet, yeah,
The curve, so that's
Yeah.
their toes. They're like that.
they're like in a press up,
Yeah.
but like the legs are off the floor.
Yeah. Everything's off the floor apart
Yeah.
from they're out. Yeah.
How crazy is that?
And then they bring the legs all the way back up into like a handstand, and they're
Yeah.
not touching the floor. Oh, that's some proper bodyweight strength.
Mad. If you can do that, well, not just that move, but if you can do like the gymnasty type stuff, your core will be unreal. Your stamina will be unreal as well. Like I bet gymnasts can probably go and do a marathon because the stamina, being able to hold,
Yeah,
you know,
the flexibility,
yeah,
everything. I think.
next level fitness. That I think bodybuilding and stuff like that. Maybe some people really enjoy watching their physique become something better or like perfecting their physique. But I think like being able to do amazing things with your body weight and just like a gymnast, that'd be so cool.
I'd love to do a backflip,
Yeah.
like a proper backflip. Do you know where they run into it and they do like 3 or 4 backflips and
it's
then
so impressive, isn't
a
it?
somersault to finish?
Yeah. So impressive.
I'd probably trade that for like being able to bench press.
Yeah, you can take your body weight, like I'll bench my body weight
Yeah.
if I can trade it for a backflip.
or a handstand.
Yeah, it's cool. I used to be able to do a backflip, like no hand, back tuck.
The only time I could do a backflip was on a trampoline. I think
Yeah.
the last time I did it, I kneed myself in the face.
Yeah.
Like,
That's where I learned to do it.
I forgot. I kicked my legs back,
Forgot to
but forgot to
extend.
turn my head, like, bend my body backwards and knee myself flat in the face.
Wow. I used to be
So-
able to do it, and my mates used to get me to do it on a night out when I'd had like loads to drink. When I was like 18, they used to be like, "Do a backflip in the middle, do it in the middle,"
On the concrete.
and I'd just I don't know how I didn't break my neck because at the time I wasn't even that good at it. Like I couldn't really land it. I'd land like on my feet, but on my hands as
Yeah,
well.
chasing it.
Yeah, and they'd be like, "Do it, go on." Like I've had literally 16 pints.
Be a really good idea.
Honestly.
Why are you in A&E, Mum? Well, you decided
body weight.
your brother decided to break his neck.
Body weight. The other thing is, body weight gives people an excuse. Sorry, it doesn't give people an excuse to say, "Oh, I don't have time to go to the gym," or "I can't afford it," or "I don't enjoy the gym." Doing body weight is like, when I think of the type of people that might say, "Oh, I don't have time to go to the gym," or "Oh, the gym's not for me," I would say, all right then, when you're cooking tea or dinner or lunch or whatever it is, bash out 10 air squats.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to just dedicate an hour to the gym. You could say, right, you're making a cup of tea and it's going to be 2 minutes before the kettle boils. Do 10 push-ups there.
Yeah. Pick your kid up and squat with your kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it fun for all the family.
Like, why not do that? Because that's the beauty of bodyweight. You can do it anywhere.
Because I was thinking before, like, you could do a 5K, split the 5K up into 5 ones, and then you can guarantee you'll probably run past a bench, and you can lunge with 1 foot off a bench.
Yeah.
Next one, step up onto the bench, air squat, press up on the floor.
Yeah, have you seen them trails? Like, I'm sure they've got one near us in Ribby Hall or something, but
Oh, they've got
there's
the
a trail.
Yeah, they've got
So
the
you can
machine.
run.
Well, not
And then you get to like a bar and you can do some pull-ups
dips
or
or
dips
yeah,
or push-ups or something.
yeah,
They're cool. Or like you said, if there isn't a trail, make your own. Like go to the nearest bench on your run. And then I used to, do you know when it was COVID, I used to run to the park and do pull-ups on the little kid park, and then carry on my run and go to like somewhere else and do some push-ups on the grass. So you've basically done like a 5K or whatever, and then also done all your bodyweight movements as well.
and each of those 1Ks would get harder because you've like done 50 air squats.
Yeah, it's like a big circuit,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like a bit of a fake high rocks type thing if you
Yeah.
want, like a bodyweight high rocks.
That'll
Or
be the new thing. Someone will be doing that already, I reckon.
Yeah. But I mean, that's something like, we could do in training. I mean, we could do like a weighted vest run, then stop, air squats,
Yeah.
50 air squats, keep going.
Well, that's an eye opener in itself when you wear the weighted vest and you think, if you've got like 10 kgs on you, and then you think, geez, imagine this was my body weight.
Yeah.
Like you put 10 kg vest on and you go for a run or you do a workout and you're like, wow, if I was carrying another 10 kilograms on my body, I wouldn't be able to move.
Yeah, my lungs are burning.
Mhm.
Like we've done those maybe last week or the week before, where you bear hug the sandbag,
Oh, yeah.
and it was the 100-pound bag. What's that?
Oh,
like,
yeah. you
50
do the
kilos or
lap
something.
of the circuit, yeah.
Like, obviously felt like you had a big gut and stuff, and it was just like weighing you down, and
Yeah.
my back and my arms and my lungs.
Makes you think like being that much heavier would kill you off.
Well, you wouldn't, but you just wouldn't be able to do anything, would you?
Well, do you know what? It's no wonder when you see people who are like massively overweight and they look like they're really struggling, and then like you'd probably see them maybe at work or maybe on the street, and they're going home to sit on the sofa. But if I was lugging that around, I'd do the same.
Yeah, well, you'd
It's
have no motivation, though, would you?
Yeah.
Like literally no motivation. You'd be like, "This is where I'm at now,"
Yeah,
and that'd be
it's rough.
so hard to like pick yourself back up to be like, "No, let's get fit again," because for at least the next 6 to 12 months you are going to be in a world of pain trying to get rid of it all.
Yeah, But then,
and someone's saying like, suck on a carrot, have a bit of celery, don't eat a lot, fast, drink water, and you're like,
you go on Instagram and it's like, simple, just don't eat
yeah,
because you burn.
fastest way to lose 20 kilos, drink your own piss.
Yeah,
Like,
something like that. It's tough though.
yeah,
I mean,
I couldn't do that.
yeah, it's an eye opener, stuff like that. But I think body weight, being able to do it anywhere, everyone should do it. Because if you've got a house, you can get a body weight exercise workout done.
Well, you could like sprint up and down the stairs.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you could squat, you could lunge off the stairs, you could bloody lie on the floor and bench press the sofa.
yeah, you could.
You know,
My missus gets home.
just doing the cleaning, like benching the sofa. No,
Yeah.
but you can. The body weight, the weight's already there. Like you've already got however much you weigh, waiting to just be moved. Like a
Yeah.
burpee, a burpee probably is maybe one of the toughest.
Oh yeah, burpees.
That's you're fighting gravity. You're hitting the floor. It's a press up. You've got to push yourself up, kick your legs back in, and jump up,
and then get yourself back to the floor.
and then get
it's
back.
It's like the total opposite movement again.
Yeah, they're
Burpees,
tough. They are really tough, aren't they?
Yeah. I think all the main ones like burpees, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, lunges, squats, handstand push-ups,
Dips.
dips, and then you go advanced, like freestanding handstand, muscle-ups and stuff like that. But baseline level, I think being able to aim to do one pull-up if you can't, and then a push-up, bodyweight squats, repping them out, lunges. It's you can get a really good workout in, and then throw a run in there, like you said. You wouldn't really need a gym. I think the point of the gym is that once you can do that, you can now start to add weight,
Yeah,
and that's all the gym is. It's
Yeah.
basically adding weight to body weight.
yeah. You don't have it in your garden, do you? So you have to go somewhere.
Yeah, like you think a bench press is like a push up, right? But it's just
The
turned
opposite way.
over.
Yeah,
So if you couldn't do a bench press with your body weight, well, you need to do a push up then. And if you can't do that, then you go to your knees. And if you can't do that, then maybe you don't go as far down, you just go a little bit down. But then if you can already do that, like for most men, that's why men will easily just walk into a gym, because we can already do the basic level stuff.
Yeah. So if you're doing a press up with your 60 kilo body weight, you'd expect that you could walk into the gym and put 40 kilos in total on a bench press and bench that, and then 40, 50, 60, right, there's your body weight.
Yeah.
And anything on top of that now is more,
Yeah.
and now you're progressively putting more load through your body.
Yeah. And then you've got the option of, do I add more weight or do I add more reps?
Yeah.
If you get to a certain rep range, you might say, oh, I can do 12 of these now in reps, so maybe I'm going to go up the weight now and maybe scale the weight.
And then when you come back to that press up, it should be easier for you to just move your body weight,
Yeah.
because you can move a higher weight on a bar.
Yeah, you should always incorporate the body weights back in. We do at the gym at CrossFit and stuff. You do press ups a lot, and you do pull ups a lot, and you do bodyweight squats a lot and lunges a lot, because you revisit it and you're like, oh wow, these feel a lot better now.
But then there is probably that training block time where you don't actually do a lot of body weight, and then they'll throw in a 200 air squats, and you think, oh shit. Like,
Yeah, and then it comes back to
you
bite
think,
it.
oh well, I can squat 100 kilos, that's fine. But then you think, oh, I've only doing that for like 3 or 4 reps,
Yeah,
and now I've got to do 200 air squats
at
at
80
like
kg or
80,
whatever
90
you are.
kilos. Yeah, like,
It's going to be tough.
yeah, it's a lot.
But no, bodyweight's good. I used to smash bodyweight in. Then, like anything, you get bored after a bit. You want to change it up a bit. So if you've not tried bodyweight, maybe it's worth a try.
But then that's where you progressed, obviously, to like handstand push-ups, muscle-ups and stuff like that, the more advanced stuff.
And then they apply into CrossFit as well.
Yeah.
So it's gone quite well for me. But it would apply to everyone. If you can do a pull-up, then it's going to really help you in probably more ways than you can imagine.
Well, it's biceps, it's back, it's some form of core stability.
Yeah.
Not when your legs flailing about.
Even like practically in life, you know, when you go on holiday and you're in the swimming pool and then there's no ladders, or there's someone sat on the ladders and you've got to like climb out the pool. That's kind of like a pull up in itself, or a push up, or a dip.
It's a muscle up in it.
It's a muscle
Bit
up.
like a muscle up.
Yeah, it's like a flat muscle up on the
Yeah.
wall. But you know, when you see people who can't get out of the pool,
Yeah.
you need to, even climbing ladders in the pool is a bit like a pull up, pulling your body weight up. So all these kind of stuff apply to real life scenarios.
I was going to say something, I forgot.
Well,
I can't remember what I was going to say.
we were going to talk about the challenge as well at the end, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah. So, what's the distance?
You could say it.
I forgot the distance. Yeah.
153.
So we mentioned it in the workout video that'll be coming out on Friday. This Friday. What date will that be? The
22nd?
22nd maybe. Yeah, the 22nd. So there'll be a video coming out then as well. But we were going to talk about that we're doing, us two and three of the lads are going to do a coast to coast challenge, which is 153 miles from Bridlington to Blackpool, race in the daylight, a relay version. Probably going to be doing 10 5Ks each, starting, was it about 4:30 in the morning?
Yeah, pretty much just before sunrise.
Yeah, and we're going to try and get to Blackpool before, maybe about 10 p.m-ish, 9:30ish by that time, on the 31st of August. So we're doing it for a charity called Elliot's Place. And basically we're set ourselves a target of £5,000 to raise. We're going to put ourselves through some hell.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a 153-mile run, but we're splitting it between 5 of us. The total mileage is split into what we think will be a 3-mile run, and you tag the next person, and then there you go. And it's basically a relay, but fast. So it's not just 33 miles each, but it's like 33 miles fast pace. We're going to get a van, transport the other runners. It'll be really tough, but it's for a really good cause. So we're going to put a link in this video description. We'll also put it it's already in our Instagram bio. We'll tag it and put it in every description after this as well. So if anyone can donate or just share it, if you can't donate, then that will really help us. It's for a really good cause. It's a tough challenge. It's not for the faint-hearted. I mean, 153 miles is a lot. 33 miles each is a lot. But what we're saying is we're doing that before the sun goes down, like before it goes nightfall in one day. And usually coast to coast takes around 3 to 4 days to walk. And we're running it in 18 hours.
Yeah.
So.
And for anyone who wants to actually, maybe come along and actually be part of the support crew or cheer us on along the journey, more the merrier. Or you can run it, some parts of it with us. And like Connor says, if you just want to donate or share it, then any support is greatly appreciated.
Yeah. And if anyone's got a van or like if anyone's got something that can help us, whether it's
anyone wants to be like part of the camera crew, physios, just generally motivate us along the way.
Yeah. It'd be amazing.
Feed us.
Because if you can contribute to the cause that this is going to, it'll really help us kind of spur us on and support us. So yeah, thanks if anyone can do that. And if not, of course, just sharing the fact that we're doing this can go a long way.
Yeah.
So you don't know who will see it and who will offer us a donation or maybe support in some way or another.
And we'll be doing probably a few more videos talking about it leading up to it. And we're going to do some work with the charity before the race. Going to go down and see them. More than likely do work afterwards. Probably do another challenge after it. Because there is someone that I'll tell you off camera that's competing for a challenge.
Right, cool.
So this will probably turn into like a lads v lads group challenge.
Yeah, sounds good.
This could get out of hand. We could be running to Australia and back, but
hardest geezer.
Yeah, hardest geezer.
Right, thanks for listening. We'll catch you in the next one. If you've not yet subscribed or liked or commented, then please do. But thanks for listening, and we'll catch you in the next one.
See you on the next one.